Hello and welcome, you cozy couch potatoes.
Hello and welcome, my cozy couch potatoes. This is Spice Track Studios, the Cozy Couch, and we are continuing as usual for October. Goosebumps Say Cheese and Die. We are on chapter 30. I'm super excited to be this close to finishing this book. So let's dive in. I can never let you leave, Dr. Frederick said, his face flickering in the blue glow of lightning. The blue glow of a lightning flash. He crossed his bony arms in front of his black sweatshirt. But we won't tell anyone, Greg said, his voice rising until the words became a plea. Really? Your secret is good with us, Sherry insisted, her frightened eyes on Greg. Dr. Frederick stared at them menacingly, but didn't reply. You can trust us, Greg said, his voice quivering. He cast a frightened glance at Sherry. Besides, Sherry said, even if we did tell anyone, who would believe us? Enough talk, Dr. Frederick snapped. It won't do you any good. I've worked too long and too hard to keep the camera a secret. A rush of wind pushed against the windows, sending up a low howl. The wind carried a drumroll of rain. The sky through the basement windows was as black as night. You can't keep us here forever, Sherry cried, unable to keep the growing terror from her voice. The rain pounded against the windows now, a steady downpour. Dr. Fredericks drew himself up straight, seemed to grow taller, his tiny eyes burned into Sherry's. I'm so sorry, he said, his voice a whisper of regret. So sorry, but I have no choice. He took another step toward them. Greg and Sherry exchanged frightened glances from where they stood. In front of the low plywood table in the center of the basement, the steps seemed 100 miles away. What are you going to do? Greg cried, shouting over a burst of thunder that rattled the basement windows. Please, Sherry begged. Sherry begged. Don't. Dr. Fredericks moved toward. Dr. Fredericks moved forward with surprising speed. Holding the camera in one hand, he grabbed Greg's shoulder with the other. No! Greg screamed. Let go! Let go of him, Sherry screamed. She suddenly realized that both of Dr. Frederick's hands were occupied. This may be my only chance, she thought. She took a deep breath and lunged forward. Dr. Frederick's eyes bulged, and he cried out in surprise as Sherry grabbed the camera with both hands and pulled it away from him. He made a frantic grab for the camera, and Greg burst free. Before the desperate man could take another step, Sherry raised the camera to her eye and pointed the lens at him. Please, no! Don't push the button, the old man cried. He lurched forward, his eyes wild, and grabbed the camera with both hands. Greg stared in horror as Sherry and Dr. Fredericks grappled, both holding on to the camera, each trying desperately to wrestle it away from the other. Flash! The bright burst of light startled them all. Sherry grabbed the camera. Run! She screamed. That is it for chapter 30, my cozy couch potatoes. I will see you tomorrow for the final chapter of Goosebumps, Say Cheese and Die, chapter 31. I am super excited. I hope you guys are. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later.